spin on things, especially each was CNN, these videos like
this was the Washington Post. Well, the one where the guy walks off is a Washington Post.
Wow.
I guess they have a YouTube channel or something.
Okay, explain what you're talking about. You
want to give a little? That's why we just watched the video.
Oh, you go ahead and watch the video.
Okay, let's just watch the video.
Oh, good.
The groundwork for contesting the election. It seemed like this week Donald Trump is laying the groundwork for contesting the election by complaining that cheating was taking place in Pennsylvania by suing Bucks County for alleged irregularities. And this is on top of his continual assertion that if he loses, it's because of cheating.
Yeah, he's been laying the groundwork for this, just not in the last week, but in the last umpty-ump months. No election can be fair in Donald Trump's mind, unless Donald Trump wins it. And I think we are going to see him both rev up his supporters to contest elections outside of courtrooms and go to every courtroom he can in America where it's relevant to make whatever arguments he can, no matter how far-fetched. We saw
Jonathan,
that work out last time, but it didn't work out this time.
Hugh.
It may not work. That may not happen this time. And now I'll let you go, Hugh.
Well, I've just got to say, we're news people, even though we're at the opinion section. It's got to be reported. Bucks County was reversed by the court and instructed to open up extra days because they violated the law and told people to go home. So that lawsuit was brought by the Republican National Committee, and it was successful. The Supreme Court ruled that Glenn Youngkin was successful. We are news people, even though we have opinions, and we have to report the whole story if we bring up part of the story. So yes, he's upset about Bucks County, but he was right, and he won in court. That's the story.
Yeah, it was awkward over there.
Oh boy.
No, I don't appreciate being lectured about reporting when many times you come here saying lots of things that
are back, Jonathan. I'm done.
There you go.
This is the most unfair election ad I have ever been a part of. You guys are working. That's fine. I'm done.
Oh, that's pretty.
What happened in Bucks County? Okay, so the Trump campaign requested to have an extra day of voting, early voting, and the court agreed.
Why did they ask for an extra
what's
day
the
of
issue?
Because they were turning people away, so there were elections.
Okay, and then they sorted it right, but they're making it seem like election fraud, like they were doing it on purpose.
Because
the voters, it was just they were closing.
Everybody, thanks for sticking around. If you're loving this content, hit the like button. Hello, right here. Subscribe and join our awesome community. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Together, we're building something special. Very, very special. Let's grow the channel and have some fun along the way, baby. Want more content? Check out these other fantastic channels. You got Chicken Habs, one-stop shop for all those things that Habs and sports we talking about. Hello. Checking accounts. Dive into the world of finance and economics. Big money. Big. Find out the links below in the description.
Closing up, and there's still people in line waiting to vote. That's the issue. They asked for one more day, which is right. It's the right thing. But he made it seem like there was election issues, like election fraud, like malintent, and that's not true.
They didn't want to let people in because they were trying.
This was closed because voting, you have till this time, and after that you close. You don't take any more votes. They did the right thing. They went to court, asked for an extra day, but that's perfectly fine. The guy was saying oh, you're not reporting the truth. We had to go there and get an extra day because they're trying to get the election. That's not true.
Just blowing it out of proportion.
Exactly. And the guy who interviewed him, he's not wrong saying that Trump has a track record saying the elections are rigged before the elections happen. We all know famously what happened the last election. Okay.
He still thinks.
This is from the first election against Hillary. Weeks before the election. He has a track record, and he's doing it now. He has a track record.
Remember, we're competing in a rigged election. This is a rigged election, folks, okay? The media is an extension of the Clinton campaign, as WikiLeaks has proven.
Crazy to be.
And they don't talk about WikiLeaks. They just keep talking about Trump, Trump, Trump. They want to put nice, sexy headlines up, even though nothing happened, nothing took place, even though it's a total fabrication. They even want to try to rig the election at the polling booths. And believe me, there's a lot going on. Do you ever hear these people? They say there's nothing going on. People that have died 10 years ago are still voting. Illegal immigrants are voting. I mean,
The same.
where
He was
are
doing.
the street smarts of some of these politicians?
He was doing the rhetoric in 2000.
Yeah.
So the interview is not out of place saying what's actually the truth. What he actually does is the same play from the same playbook.
Yeah, no, the guy wasn't wrong. Yeah.
My point is, this guy walking off, watching this guy, it was kind of funny when I saw
Oh,
it.
okay, that's funny.
It was very childish.
Okay. No, but you wrote,
I mean, you know, I
you
don't
wrote a
think it
bit
was
on the text
childish.
how-
He was pretty intense about it. You know, he must have believed whatever he. I mean, I don't know. Listen, do I know?
You wrote in the text that they're trying to frame it the other way, right?
Trump wanted an extra day to get more votes in because people were still wanting to vote.
Yeah,
and
after
they're trying to
hours.
say that because they were trying to block people, but
They were pushed away.
pushed away. But they didn't make people in
They
because
just didn't-
the doors were
They
being
were just
closed.
following the rules. There was no malintent.
But the court gave
And
them
it's
an
fine
extra
to give
day
them an
because
extra
they
day.
realized there were still people that wanted to vote.
Did they get that day?
So they got the
Yeah.
vote
Yeah.
because they
Yeah,
got the
Supreme Court
vote.
got
They're
it.
trying to spin it to say, "Oh, they only got the they only got that extra day because they were able to prove that they were trying to rig the election." That's not what they're saying at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're trying to spin it that way, and that's the way he.
That's
was,
how the
he was
guy tried to
trying
spin it.
Yeah,
It's the
okay.
guy was saying
gotta
Donald
report the
Trump is
whole-
already saying the election's rigged. Well, it is rigged. Look what happened in Bucks County. They're turning away voters. Not true. Well, voters weren't able to vote, but it's not true that they're.
Yeah.
But
They
we're
ended
just
up
reading
getting
that
their vote,
article.
right?
No, they weren't able to vote because they didn't have all. After they didn't all get there in time to vote, so they gave them an extra day. They realized
Okay,
they
but-
needed more time.
Could it be like, you know, we're just gonna shut down the actual poll?
No, but it's
let's just say that. But we don't know.
Oh,
We're
of
not
course we
there.
know.
We
It's
just
a
sweat.
court thing. It's
Yes,
filed. It's
I-
public.
But the moment that actually, was there some confusion that we're not understanding, that we are not seeing exactly this article post? I don't know. Listen,
That's exactly.
well, for me personally, do I believe that there's election fraud? Most likely there is something.
There isn't. The
You
last
think that
election,
there
they found
isn't?
nothing, and they investigated like hell. They found nothing enough. Obviously, there's some fraud, but nothing enough to turn over an election.
No,
And the people who caught fraud were Republicans, every single one, stealing other people's ballots and voting for people like an older person, stuff, all those kind of things. That was all Republican
Oh shit.
Trump supporters that did that.